the football, and way better to start than the AFCON. Today was the AFCON final, and genuinely speaking, it was a brilliant tournament. The entirety of it was fantastic. We had heavyweights going out very early. We had some big names losing to nations that some people would have never heard about before. Like in the case of Ghana losing on the last day to get knocked out. We had the case of Nigeria who went the group stage winning all their games and then lost in the first round of knockouts. But most importantly, it was the Mane versus Salah final where the both Liverpool stars went head-to-head, both of whom have actually lost at AFCON final already, which I actually didn't know, but they said that during the game.
No, yeah, did.
And it looked like Mane did not want it in the game. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
It looked like he did not want it in the game, though. Like, he really was throwing away. There was obviously the pen save. Mane match went to Egypt's goalkeeper for the right reasons, though. He was insanely good. Salah did not get much chances to do anything, and I credit Senegal for that. But when he did, he actually looked pretty good. And obviously it went down to pens, as everyone would know right now. And Senegal managed to emerge victorious 4 pen wins to 2. And now Sadio Mane has success at every level. He's managed to win on the European stage, the UCL. He has league title. He has now brought home a trophy for his country. That definitely shoots him up in what will probably be the all-time rankings of African players, which we'll probably get into a little later. Which of we talked about this game and probably even the AFCON as a whole.
Nah, for real. I just said in the first half, it was this whole game was kind of slow. Not really much to talk about. Something I just say Mane. The only things you'll talk about for Mane was things for the wrong reasons. He was really just thrown away and wasting.
Yeah.
But my Mane match really was Egypt's goalkeeper. He was that a month. And we know for a fact many teams are going to be looking at him.
Yeah.
Looking to bring him in. I have no idea where he plays, but
yeah, he that, to be honest with you.
But some of those penalty saves too, he just staying down the players. Like he just looks so like ice in his veins.
Yeah.
But you can see from them penalty shootouts, man, he just waited for the right moment to just take that last penalty.
Yeah.
And I can't say that penalty that Mane take.
At least he scored that one.
Nobody was saving that penalty. You could tell the missed penalty was in his head.
Yeah.
And you say, as soon as he put that down, he's like, I'm taking this quick to just win this and forget about this tournament.
Yeah.
But now all credit to him. All credit. I feel like, I just say, the last one against Algeria, they lost that finals.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I feel like it's well deserved because again, last tournament they were seen as favorites for the last tournament.
Yeah.
So I say it's all credit, all deserved for Mane on Mane's end.
Yeah, and now you have to so I was fully ready to talk about Salah. Granted that they won this, about where he would have ranked in the all-time standards of African players. Mm-hmm. And I would still think it's really high, right? I mean, while obviously he didn't win it, that's 2 finals he's been to with Egypt. And outside of El Neni, Trezeguet, and a few other players, people don't really know Egyptian players like that. So it's not like if they all are playing at a really high level like that. But I was fully ready to come and talk about, okay, well, where would Salah be? Because granted that he did win the AFCON, I genuinely was ready to put him in the top 3 Africans of all time. If he kept going at the rate that he's going at now. Mm-hmm. If he keeps going at the goal scoring rate that he is at right now, he will have a goal scoring record comparable to Thierry Henry, who a lot of people acknowledge as the greatest Premier League player of all time. Mm-hmm. He's managed to win a UCL scoring in the finals, be into 2 finals. He's managed to break several goal scoring records these last few years. Multiple golden boots to his name, and obviously a league title to his name as well. So, but on the other hand, while Salah was achieving all this, Mane also was. Exactly. And he run to Liverpool winning the final. Sorry, and he run to them losing the final to Real Madrid. If I'm not mistaken, Mane scored in every single round. And I think that continued across even to the next year where he scored in every single round, excluding the final. And I wanted to ask you then, where would you probably put Mane and Salah in the all-time African players? I know I'm just asking this off the top of your head, so it doesn't have to be like ultra accurate and stuff like that. But where would you put them?
Now, and looking back on all the other African players that you'll see that reach those levels and reach those accolades that those 2 players did, you will say they will have to be high up there because as I mentioned with Salah, not much players know. When you look at Egypt compared to the other African countries, you wouldn't think of Egypt as that big of a threat.
A powerhouse, yeah, exactly.
But you could see that because of Salah and how him just being who he is, he inspires everybody else around him. And you could see that they would push, that team would try their best to push in any time they reach the
And
competition.
again, if he won the tournament, I was ready to also give him play at the tournament as well.
Very
you know, because I think he and Mane have done a lot to carry their teams to where they are now. You know, I think Salah had I think it was 6 goal contributions across the whole competition. That's not easy to do, especially when you actually watch these games and you realize like Salah, people will say that it's an excuse, but when you actually watch the games, you realize that look, Salah didn't actually have much support in these games, you know, and it was actually not that easy for them to get the ball to him all the time and that kind of stuff, and he still managed to perform really, really well, you know. So yeah, so sorry about that.
And going over to Mane with Senegal really had a lot of talented players.
Yeah,
you'll see a lot of players there, and they have quality in each position. So this doesn't take away from Mane really, but as you did mention, with everything that happened, that they both win, you know, everybody highlights would be on Salah, but you remember Mane was there, and Mane really would go on the radar. It wouldn't get as much praise.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this win, there's no big gap between them. But I would put Mane above Salah.
Yeah, would.
But I feel like in the grand list,
would you say both of them make your top what?
Yeah, if you do it, I will say for sure they would make. I'll have to put them top 5 for sure. Top 5. Even if it is 4-3. 5-4.
Yeah,
I feel like they have to be in top 5 in the conversation.
So then now you're looking at. I'm just gonna throw out some names here. You're looking at somebody missing out from the top 5 over these guys. For these guys to be in there, sorry. So you're looking at there's Eto'o, there's Yaya Toure, there's Drogba, there's George Weah, who has a Ballon d'Or to his name. There's Kolo Toure. There's a few other well-known African players out there. So who would you say miss out on your top 5 then? Now I am fully. There's also a bit of Pele. I am fully understanding, and I hope people are not upset about this. If you leave out men that you never watch, so I have no idea if to really put George Weah in my top 5 because I being honest, I never really would see anything from the man playing.
And somebody else too you mentioned, if you look at like JJ Okocha, like you know he is a household name, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at compared to what Mane and Salah has done, you know people remember him for like how he kind of changed the perspective on football. He kind of added that vibe set. Really. Kind of like Ronaldinho-esque. Well, before Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
So I say because of those factors, I wouldn't really put those men there. Like other men like Drogba too. Drogba is a quality striker, but I wouldn't put Drogba so high on the list.
Right.
Because have players like Yaya Toure that you know for a fact he has the skills.
Keep going, bro.
He has the skills and he has the cabinet to back it up.
Yeah.
Players like Eto'o as well on the fence with Eto'o. On the fence with Eto'o.
Serious.
On the fence with Eto'o.
All right, keep going. I like where you're going because I have other further video, but I like this. Go.
But what you mentioned with George Weah, I feel like he have to be high up on that list because of the.
There's also Michael Essien.
Yeah, Essien I put Essien in the same bracket, so I'll put Drogba.
I don't know why.
I don't think he'll make top 5 for me.
How long Essien played at Madrid for, boy? Did he win anything with Madrid? I'll go and check. But I don't know why. The way I remember Essien, I feel like I remember him being like probably one of the best African midfielders of all time. And I also know that he won a lot because he would have won with Chelsea for sure. Would have won with Real Madrid for sure. There's also a job with Obi Mikel, who I think has actually won an AFCON. Obviously would have won a lot with Chelsea as well. There is Kanu, who used to play for Arsenal.
Okay, yeah.
So who would be your top 5 then?
Top 5 in no particular order, really. Salah, Mane, Toure. I feel that's somebody else. I feel like I'm missing out now.
I mean, it always will have. That's for sure.
Always will have. Not Eto one. I feel like that Eto one had to sneak into that top 5. I feel Eto had to be in that top 5. Really think about it. Because Eto, because Eto's another person. You see the conversation we having with Mane. Mm-hmm.
See
for that Barcelona team.
Right.
Eto, men used to sleep on Eto so much. Eto was essential for that Barcelona front three with Messi, Eto, Ronaldinho.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, yeah.
And now see a decent size name who also we didn't mention.
Who's that?
Riyad Mahrez.
That's very true. But you see, as a big Mahrez fan, I would put, I'll say like Mahrez, the difference, like, I'll say that for Mahrez, yes, he also led Algeria to one. And again, you'll also put Algeria in the category as how you treat Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel it was a lot of big names in the Egypt team.
Mm-hmm.
For when they went through and win. If Egypt was to go through and win, I feel like them winning compared to when Algeria won it. Well, if they were to win compared to when Algeria did it, it was still an upset because up against Senegal in the final. But I won't put Mahrez so high. He might make a
so
6.
call over your 5 before I get my 5.
He might make a top 6.
Before I get my 5.
Nah, I feel have to be Salah, Mane, Weah, Eto'o, and Torre.
Salah, Mane, Eto'o, Torre, and who?
And George Weah.
George Weah, okay. All right, so on the other hand, I would actually have Mahrez quite high because, look, there's obviously winning the league with Leicester, though, which is incredible. Then he's obviously won multiple trophies on Man City. Yeah. He's also won AFCON with Algeria, and he was brilliant that tournament, though. Like, he was crazy. If I remember right, he scored a free kick in 99 first minute. The semi-finals are going to strip and stuff, you know? So I can't believe I actually forgot on there for a second consider how big of a Mahrez fan I am. And I also do think that he is probably... is this a hot take, boy? Considering he don't play that much. But I think that if Pep wants to ever actually win a UCL with City, I think he is one of the most important players because of his ability to turn a game on its head, despite if the tactics not working or anything like that. And I think we saw that last year in their run to the final where he literally got 3 goals against PSG.
Yeah.
You know? So, my top 5, and I'll put mine in order. Number 1 for me is Eto'o because it is 3 UCLs he's won, 2 of which was trebles, though, and decimated records and trophies at club level. You know, he won something every single place that he's been. I think barring Chelsea and Anzai, whatever their name was, or the real rich place he went. And Everton, obviously, because it's Everton. But yeah, I think number 1 for me is Eto'o. Number 2 would be Yaya Toure. I mean, it's Yaya. I don't really think I to say much about it. And I think it's very funny that Yaya won the AFCON literally right after Drogba retired. You know?
Yeah.
So, I would say that for where Salah and Mane are in their careers right now, I probably would rank them higher